I love that. That makes me very happy because we're trying to expand our audiences. And I also want to thank those of you who continue to come and perform here. I see a few people that have done that. Couple of things so that you know what's going on. We're a nonprofit, so if you know anyone who's not sure what they want to do with their year-end giving, we had an $8,000 burglary a few weeks ago, so if you want to throw us into that mix, anybody you know, please do. Also, we are live streaming tonight, and this show will be up on YouTube right after we finish. So with that in mind, if you want to turn your phones off, that would be great. There's also 3 different restrooms. There's one right here in the venue that you probably don't want to use during the show, your call. The other 2 are on the other side of the bar wall. There's an instrument store, and there's a restroom in the back of that. There's also one upstairs. If you have a hard time finding shows to go to on your way out, if you want to sign up for our mailing list, we send information out every single week so you don't miss anything. Because I don't know about you guys, but a lot of us have left social media or do very little of it, so it's very hard to reach people. So we have a really fun show tonight. We're going to do two solo artists. They're each going to do about a half hour, 35 minutes with a quick changeover. Then we'll take a break, and then we'll bring Strange and the Familiars up. So we're going to start with singer-songwriter EG Phillips from San Francisco, who's going to tell you a story at some point about his phantom band, Ducks with Pants. Okay, let's hear some music. Thanks.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is EG Phillips. I got some unfinished love for you. I got some unfinished love for you. It's still a little rough. Just give me some time. Yes, it's a bit unpolished, but I'm sure it will shine. Oh, I got some unfinished love for you. Yeah, I got some unfinished love for you. Oh, you can go ahead and take it. Have whatever's left. Don't let it go to waste or just evaporate. My love is resilient. My love will survive. My love will remain unfinished as long as I'm alive. Yes, I got some unfinished love for you. And I got some unfinished love for you. My love is resilient. My love will survive. My love will remain unfinished as long as I'm alive. And I got some unfinished love for you. And I got some unfinished love for you. For you. For you. For you. Thank you. That is the opening track of my latest EP, which I'll tell you about in a bit, as soon as maybe the capo behaves a little. I hail from San Francisco, which is not an insignificant amount of distance to travel, although not as far as people might travel in matters of the heart, when it comes to matters of the heart. A trope we often hear in the love song is the protagonist who professes their need, love, or ability to go to the ends of the earth for the sake of the object of their affection. This song contemplates various questions that arise when one thinks about that in practice, what one would find there, what one would see, what one would do for gainful employment. This is called the Lighthouse at the Edge of the World. In my songs, so this is, songs has a little bit of a geographical as well as metaphysical tour of the Bay Area. Scraping fingertips along grooves of grout on a brick wall. I'm dancing with the shadow of a doubt as dusk falls, sashaying back and forth through the mystery and milieu of you. Ooh. hard down the great highway towards the sunset. Skyline Boulevard is someplace untinged by regret. Or should I swerve right into the mystery and milieu of you? Take the ferry to Angel Island and Tiburon. Might as well be out on the windswept Farallons. Can't seem to solve or improve mystery and milieu of you. Hope you would imagine some trumpets right now. Sounds pretty good with the trumpets. Scraping fingertips along grooves of grout on a brick wall. Dancing with the shadow of a doubt as dusk falls. Sashaying back and forth through the mystery and milieu of you. Ooh. Ah, ah, you want to hear the trumpets, the album's for sale. This next song is both old and new. I released a version of it on my second album, At Home at Sea. The rationale for that become entirely apparent as we get into it, although not as apparent in the original raucous form where there's an insane number of choruses. This is the more mellow version that it will be releasing soon. Actually, when Stephanie comes and visits me in the Bay Area in February, this is the Albatross song. The bowerbird is quite creative when it comes to decoration. Starlings follow those simple rules that dictate the murmurations, but wanton salt marsh sparrows and curious little chickadees. I know there's only one companion for me. When you're with an albatross, don't you know you can't get lost, 'cause you're never truly lost when you are at home at sea. Does your restless spirit wander, yet hopelessly attached? You're barely bound to this world, yet you dread it's bound to collapse. If Noah sent you from his ark to fetch some branches from a tree, might you not return, just drift perpetually? Well, when you're with an albatross, don't you know you can't get lost, 'cause you're never truly lost when you are at home at sea. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ah. I suppose while we're on the talk of our fine feathered friends, I do owe you an explanation about the whole ducks with pants thing. And the truth is, it's a canard. The fact is, I was just playing around with words that sound funny, or inherently funny words. Duck is an inherently funny word. This was proven by vaudevillian Joe Penner when he tried various iterations of, do you want to buy a, and he got the most laughs out of, do you want to buy a duck? And that became his signature after that. And of course, pants. I mean, what is funnier than pants? So ducks with pants should, in theory, be exponentially funny. Anyways, that's really the rationale. As far as the fact that it's fake, not really phantom, although that's also a possibility. But I've decided over the course of my career that fake bands are far easier to manage than real bands. They don't have the problems of having conflicting schedules or deciding to go off to Colorado and start making babies. These are things you all discover, Raegan, in the near term. So anyway, thus I've decided to keep it as a fake ensemble, a band of the mind, if you would. Much easier to manage in the long run, I think. Anyways, we're going to switch things up a little bit, and there is, of course, the Bay Area has that Mediterranean climate, so we have the two seasons. I'm a geographer at heart. You'll discover this over time. You know, the cool, wet winters, the hot, dry summers, and so forth. But you know, San Francisco has its own particular climate with the fog in the summer, and there's
Carl.
Yes, Carl. We love Carl. And of course, there's that perhaps apocryphal Mark Twain quote about summers in San Francisco and so forth. We, of course, have an Indian summer, but belatedly, we have unfortunately been experiencing what I refer to as smoke season. We've been somewhat relieved of that of late, but unfortunately, it does seem to be a thing that is with the changing times, and that has inspired this little bit of whatever we would call it. Vineyards as vibrant as Van Gogh's palette. Vineyards as vibrant as Van Gogh's palette. The ashes of Napa are painting the skies in ribbons of indigo and scarlet. The fire crew wrangles its manic cattle. The fire crew wrangles its manic cattle. The front line resembles a lightning bolt, where the earth's crust cracked to the mantle. These are burning days. These are burning days. Chaotic winds spur the blaze of our burning days. The horse broke loose and fled the stable. The horse broke loose and fled the stable. A herd of storms lashes the land, the rage carrying hell for Abel. These are burning days. These are burning days. Chaotic winds spur the blaze of our burning days. So one of the aspects of this smoke season was, unfortunately, about 4 years ago, we had this rather bizarre effect in the Bay Area where the sky turned orange and it was basically dark all day. It was like living in a Blade Runner movie. That inspired this song. The suffocating sky won't yield no light. The hazy hue hides the sun and shine, spinning all day eclipse with hints of apocalypse. It's the last words I heard from your lips. Oh, it ain't good to be in love with you. No, it ain't good to be in love with you. I was standing up on stage with so many things to say. When I came to your name, I saw you walk away. Was it a slip of my tongue? Were your praises better unsung? Something about your departure really stung. Oh, it ain't good to be in love with you. No, it ain't good to be in love with you. I tried to apologize in case you thought it a slight, that it didn't quite feel right when you smiled and said goodnight. A mistake taken as disrespect, or a case of my benign neglect. Maybe you didn't know you had that kind of effect. Oh, it ain't good to be in love with you. No, it ain't good to be in love with you. There's a quite beautiful saxophone solo on the recording with that one on it. You'll just have to use your imagination or buy it, whichever works. At a truck stop diner outside King City, she's sprinkling sparkles on unicorn latte. She's a little bit of magic in the middle of nowhere. So glad she decided to share. The coconut cream pies with the whipped cream piled high. I'm contented just to pop by. This little bit of magic in the middle of nowhere. So glad she decided to share. Is she content just to be that? Does it ever get to be a little old hat? A little old hat. The background in the daytime TV, courtroom soap operas and Jeopardy, and this little bit of magic in the middle of nowhere. So glad she decided to share. First got a taste while getting a lift from Nina, who knows it from many a trip. It's this little bit of magic in the middle Is this trip worth it? It has its moments. Got me out of the city. I'd call that a bonus. I'd call that a bonus. I pass her off ramp on the way to a winery. I've got a gig tonight, but I'm playing for free. It's this little bit of magic in the middle of nowhere. Reminds me I'm going there. Strolling through some, I found this brand new toy. This tune I'm composing brings me such joy. It's a little bit of magic that's come out of nowhere. So glad to be able to share. So glad to be able to share. So glad to be able to share. That is called Ode to the Wild Horse Cafe. Visit it sometime. I'm going to expound upon a phenomenon that, alas, has become a guilty pleasure of mine in recent months. Speaking of React content on YouTube. Perhaps you are not familiar with this phenomenon. This is a scenario in which you watch someone else watching something so you can see how they experience it, which sounds ridiculous, but it actually can be quite entertaining. And it can be, as I say, a guilty pleasure. There is a sort of nostalgia aspect to it, of course. You get to watch old things again, edited down, of course, to avoid copyright strikes. And then, of course, there is that whole vicarious reliving an experience through somebody else's eyes, seeing it for the first time. Of late, I've been particularly enamored with some Vietnamese girls who watch, among other things, Family Guy. What goes over their head and what they get is quite interesting. And then, of course, they also watch, they're into Game of Thrones now. They're just at the start of the 3rd season. I'm very intrigued to see where this goes, because they are very into it. Anyway, my gateway drug to React content was, of course, Doctor Who, which, if you get to know my oeuvre, you will understand that that has an outsized influence in all the songwriting, and there is probably a Doctor Who reference just about anywhere you look. And I have thus written an ode, speaking of odes, to my favorite Doctor Who React streamer, and is sort of a meditation on the Mobius strip of parasocial relationships one sees in YouTube. As she talks to the camera like an old friend, then sums up her thoughts on the ongoing story arc. And she loves it when it gets dark. She's determined to avoid any and all spoilers as she predicts the plot warm slow to new faces, but mourns when they depart. She loves it when it gets dark. If there's a grisly murder or giant rats stalk the sewer, she's bubbly and diffusive, and though answers remain elusive, she becomes intrigued. Yes, she becomes intrigued. How she adores those handsome young men on her screen. Their charm, their sweetness, and yes, their physiques. Like like figures out of myth or the lives of Plutarch. And she loves it when it gets dark. Well, thank you for the Artichoke for hosting us tonight. It's been a lovely audience. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for Stephanie Strain for hosting and allowing me to come up and make the sojourn up here to this wetter climate. And do stick around for Raegan, who's going to be up next. So, a bit more about myself. I am a geographer, or I'm the son of a geographer, man who has his PhD in geography, and his big ambition in life was to be a professor of geography at Lexington University of Kentucky. Alas, his path went somewhat differently than he expected. But I somehow managed to stumble into his footsteps and got a degree in geography. And so that, too, has had an influence on my songwriting. And thus this last track that I will play for you, and also the last track that is on my EP that I just released, Nashville Recordings, Volume 4, Wear and Tear. For those of you who are wondering, EG, what happened to Volumes 2 and 3? Well, 3 is on the way, and the true fans can suss out what Volume 2 is. Anyway, I was reading something a while back about Simon and Garfunkel's album Bookends, and to the effect that it was a meditation on the accumulation of the inevitable losses that happen over life. And I actually found this quote again while I was reading it. It was on Wikipedia of all places. So I was able to cite it in my promotional materials, such as they were. But I was thinking about accumulations in that context. And of course, the geographer in me and the geologist started thinking about accretions. And thus was born Accretion Blues. Heartaches accumulate over time. I got a glacier of them rolling across my mind. Oh, coral reefs are building up in the shallows of my soul as my ticker gradually gets replaced by limestone. Past losses have piled up and formed an island chain, supporting entire ecosystems of different kinds of pain. I'm losing plasticity in my brains as my memories are scraped up and dumped into moraines. It's a vocabulary word for the night. Look it up on your own time. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. That fly buzzing around my ear won't go away. The constant drip of ruminations carving out a cave. Each new love has to bear the weight of wounds that won't calve off or get broken down by waves. La da 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 da. Up up da 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 da. La da 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 da. Heartaches accumulate over time. I got a glacier of them rolling across my mind. Coral reefs are building up in the shallows of my soul as my ticker gradually gets replaced by limestone. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. Stick around and enjoy the show.
Thanks, EG. We'll do a quick changeover now, and then we'll have Raegan Leilani. So So again, restrooms are behind the store and up the stairs if you need to use them. You can watch this on YouTube when you get back, and let's bring Leilani up.
Supposed to go to the bathroom. It's so awkward. I'll be done in a second. Okay. Oh wait. A lot of what I'm going to be playing tonight is brand new, unreleased, and I get the privilege of recording it on Monday. So we're doing a whole week of live recordings. So yeah, this is called Loosen Up. This one is actually on streaming. It's called Witches, and it's it's one of my most streamed songs. So. Magic so useless. I know you so well. As far as I can tell, they want you to give until you just break down, so they can build you off the ground. Thank you. I grew up Mormon, so that's kind of what that song is about. I'm hoping this is a safe space. That's why I'm mentioning it. So, yeah. And this next one I covered and released recently. It's Valerie. Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think of all the things, what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess. I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie. Did you have to go to jail? Put your house on up for sale? Did you get a good lawyer? I hope you didn't catch a tan. I hope you found the right man who'll fix it for you. Are you shopping anywhere? Change the color of your hair, and are you busy? Oh, and did you have to pay that fine? You were dodging all the time. Are you still dizzy? Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess. I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie. 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 Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think of all the things, what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. Since I've come on home, well, my body's been a mess. I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. you. I forgot to mention I came in from Seattle today, so that's why I'm here. Thanks to Stephanie. So, and she will be in Tacoma on Sunday with me. So, if you want to see either of us again and want to make a drive, we will be there. This song is called All the Fish, and it's a true story about how I've killed every fish that I've ever had. But I love fish, but I'm a killer, so I can't have them. All the fish I've ever owned have died an early death. All the things I've ever loved have grown into resent. I wonder why. I wonder why. My angelfish lasted for less than a day. I flushed him down the toilet before he made it to the tank. I said goodbye. Bye. I wonder why. My mother couldn't keep a plant alive. Now I'm watching my succulents die. Oh, how could I? All the fish I've ever owned have lived in the same tank. No matter how many casualties, I never made the upgrade. I don't really try. I wonder why. Thank you. Okay. Cool. Okay, this one is also unreleased, and it's called Leave It to Me, and so I'm originally from Idaho, and I moved to the Washington area like 2 years ago, and yeah, the song is kind of about leaving people behind. So. Leave it to me. I'll do anything to get you in my way. Take a plane, fly away. Just promise you'll think of me again. It serves me right. I lay awake at night, thinking how I left you. Forced to find refuge, I gotta make since you left 3 years ago, and she's growing up. I'm growing up. They're growing up. Leave it to me. Okay, another unreleased. This one is called Oh Brother. Ever give me time? All 'cause I'm faithless. Just tell your girlfriend your sister's famous. I must have known. You've always been the favorite, 'cause you never had a backbone. That's why you ran away. You scared mom. She never looked at you the same. But I guess I'm half to blame. You know they left me in the frame on the missing poster. What were you after? It was never about me. That's how you made it seem. But you're just like him, and I'm just like her. Only child then wanted her brothers. How could I go on? Not after that summer. That's when it hit me. I've always been alone. How could I say these things? Promise I'm not angry. If that was even true, you wouldn't face me. Guess you wanna be him, and I'll end up like her. Only a matter of time before I lost my brother. Thank you. Okay, this next one is, what do you call it? Greek mythology is what it is based on. It's called Orpheus and Eurydice. There once was a time when Fortnite was good, and that was when that was back when I don't know, the last whatever it's called season. Is it the season? Is that what it's called? Okay, I don't know. I only played for that because it was Greek themed, Greek mythology themed, and that's why I wrote this song. Anyways, okay, Orpheus and Eurydice. What a beautiful day to be bitten by a snake and die before my lover takes another step. might be cooler with the band, I will say. So, this one's one of my newest ones. It's called "Make It Rain," and it's about being a woman. So, it's angsty and yeah, I don't know.
Cover my eyes from the light. I promise that I'll see you. You know I despise the blood down my thighs, bleeding for you. What difference does it make? No matter what I say, we could spin it around, upside down, until it's blue in the face. Make it rain. You know you cry so pretty, numb my pain. Think of all the pity in my veins. Listen up, I've got the words to make you stop. Call my bluff, but it's just not enough. I left my phone, but who would I call? No one told. No surprise at all. What difference does it make? Got nothing to say. We could burn to the ground, watch it drown until it's blue in the face. Make it rain. You know you cry so pretty, numb my pain. Think of all the pity in my veins.
Thank you. I have a couple more. I was just making sure. Okay. Okay. This one is called "Straight Faced," also unreleased.
Tell them how you feel. Play a little song. Make it not feel wrong. Everything you said. Tell me once again. All your little fears.
this is my last one. This is called Olivia, and when I have the band, okay, you guys are just gonna have to use your imaginations here because it is a showstopper. But it's just me, so.
I wait by the phone, but I know you won't call. We both did wrong. You always hated my songs and my dark skin. I was told was a sin. I stayed devout until you sowed my doubts. Olivia, never know what came of you. Olivia, when you wanna talk, I'm here for you. She came riding in on a wooden broom. She was so cool, wanted to share a room. We were fast friends and she taught me much. Too late to learn not to share my lunch. All their names end in I said, please don't keep in touch. But give me a chance and maybe you'll be proud. Oh, I couldn't dance with your heavy metal so loud. Olivia didn't like me too much. Olivia, my heart stayed in your clutch. I left, rode away in a brand new car. It's not mine, but it's better than yours. Sometimes I see her in my dreams. She says she's sorry for being so mean. Then I say I'm not mad. I'm just not too attached. Olivia, wonder if I'll see you. Olivia, I forgive you.
Thank you guys so much. Like I said, next show, it's on Sunday with Stephanie. She will be there at Real Art Tacoma if anybody feels like driving on a Sunday. So, thank you, the Artichoke. This has been a great room to play in. I love it. So, yeah, thank you.
Let's hear it again for EG Phillips and Raegan Leilani. EG has CDs in the back, and you should definitely buy some. And Raegan brought some stickers that are scattered about, and they'll both be back into town. So keep an eye out, because next time Raegan's bringing her band. Well, this first song I wrote, kind of in recent years. I was actually house sitting for Julio when it finally, yeah, I was at your house. It was.
Where were you at my house?
That time you weren't there. But this started when I was in high school. Was anybody in theater in high school? Does anybody remember the play This Is a Test? It's very popular. It's about a boy's test anxiety. And there's this call and response that happens in the play for a very long time. It goes, this is a test, a what, a test, a what, a test, oh, a test. And we practiced that over and over and over again. And everybody hated it by the time we actually performed it. So that was in me, deep down inside. And I'd forgotten about it when I was in my first year of sobriety from alcohol. And I texted all my roommates and asked them if we could have one night without drinking and partying. And everybody loves a good group text, of course, from somebody saying, can we not? But everybody was really nice about it, and they said, sure, no problem, we'll go out. So I rubbed some coconut oil on my face, and I watched some TV, and I went to bed early. And I was really excited because I had to wake up very early the next day for work. And about 3 a.m., all the fire alarms in the house went off. And I opened my eyes, and I only saw smoke. And I smelled smoke. And I thought, this is it. And I threw on a robe, and I ran downstairs, and I was looking for my cat so I could grab my cat and go outside. And 2 of my roommates were standing underneath the fire extinguisher, waving an empty pizza box at it. The smoke I saw had been the coconut oil I rubbed on my face, which obscured my vision, and I was fully convinced that the house was on fire. And so I had my cat in my arms, and I collapsed on the ground, and I had a full-blown panic attack. And my roommates went into the living room and watched Space Jam, which still triggers me. And then the next day, I went to work, and I was opening, and there was already a line of people out front. And if you've worked in customer service, you know that's the same thing as zombies trying to get into the building. And so I opened, and this guy comes up to the front counter. And he looks at me, and he goes, your smile's on upside down. You'd be a lot prettier if you flipped it around. And that's when it came back to me. This is a test, a what, a test, a what, a test. Oh, a test. This is a test of the emergency broadcast system. If this had been a real emergency, you would already be dead.
1, 2, 3, 4.
My dome diploma did not protect me from anything. This big red S on my chest feels a lot like a bullseye. I live in a big dark room, much like yours, but different than you. I wish someone would turn the light on. A girl could use a view. And since the offer's on the table, I'll take 2. But this is a test, or what a test. This is a test, or what a test. This is a test, or what? Oh, a not remind me of anything. This goldfish memory serves me well. All I want for Christmas is bliss. Oh, won't you take me to the toy store, 'cause I want more. And can we hit the candy shop, 'cause baby's got a sweet tooth. And can we hit the liquor store, 100 proof. This is a test, or what a test. This is a test, or what a test. This is a test, or what? Oh, a test. All the little monkeys in my head, all the little monkeys dancing on tiptoes, on eggshells and broken bones. All the little monkeys in my head, you'd be better off if you left me for dead. I'd leave you. Plus these things are catching, and this is a test of what a test. This is a test of what a test. This is a test of what? Oh, I really didn't prepare for a test. My SOS left me rescueless. Thank you very much, I can fly with my own wing. Can't you hear the wolf cry? Whoa. Now that they are circling, oh, they're coming for you. You thought that you were safe because your blood runs blue. But this is a test of what a test. This is a test of what a test. This is a test of what? Oh, a test. I wish someone would turn the light on. 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 Thank you. Just take my sip of water by the tip jar. We have some out-of-town musicians here today, as you heard. So any little bit helps pay that gas fare and hotel bill. This is an old song, reimagined. It's coming out, I think, on January 17th. We'll see what happens with my distributor. That's the plan. We've been working on it for a while, and everybody here played on it. It's called Pretty Red Dress. Put on this pretty red dress. I put it on for you in hopes that you would take it off me, as you've implied you want to do. Well, I was hoping you would unwrap me like a present underneath the tree. But Christmas didn't come this year, didn't even come early. I curled my hair for you in hopes that you would muss me, but you no longer lust after me. I put on this pretty red dress, I put it on for you in hopes that you would take it off me, as you've implied you want to do. On this pretty red dress, I put it on for you in hopes that you would take it off me, as you've implied you want to do. Thank you. If you didn't catch it, we're Strange and the Familiars. This is Nate Purcelli on the trumpet here to my left. Tim Karplus is behind me on drums. He also produces the albums. And Julio Appling on just the bass. Well, this is another old tune, and I stopped playing it for a while. My band broke up, and we loved each other so very much. And I just, sometimes you put some things away for a little while, and then they come back out when they're ready to. So this one is dedicated to a very dear friend in the audience who came out to see me tonight, who we've played music together for a long time, and will continue to. Pretty deadly. You're pretty deadly. The promises that fall from your lips, they could sink 1,000 ships. It's a good thing I was privy to your tricks. Pretty deadly. I know how the poetry I put in your ear affects you, but I can't sleep, so I can't dream anymore. I can't dream anymore. I can't dream anymore. And if I can't sleep, then I can't dream anymore. I might as well just spend my whole life wandering. She walks in darkness, shrouded by a mystery. Don't be fooled by her savviness and pleasantries. She's got knives in her bootstraps, let alone cars. cards up her sleeves. We ain't rolling with the angels here. You want something, you'll say, please. Did your mama teach you no manners, boys? Please. If you want something, you ask for it nicely, say, please. That's why she walks alone to places unknown, the harder to trace her misdeeds. Oh yeah, she's pretty deadly. Oh yeah, she's pretty deadly. Oh yeah, she's pretty deadly. 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 Thank you. Oh man, that one, before I knew that I was a storyteller, before I started world building, I read a beautiful graphic novel called Pretty Deadly, and it just inspired this imagery. It was all these very deadly women in this comic book, and this was the lead track of the first album called Pretty Deadly. And I didn't know it at the time, but there were some pieces of Strange World that were starting to come through with that first album. I really love to revisit it, and I love to see how things tend to coalesce on the backstage before we even know about them ourselves. And I love that album. Speaking of world building, this was the first piece when I did realize that the Strange World was happening. After that, little devil Nina Nightmare came into my life. If you don't know, well, there's some comic books back there. You can make yourself known. But first, I'll introduce myself. When it was discovered that the species human was developing consciousness, we sent a team to the surface of Earth to live amongst them and report back. Today we hear the transmission of an agent calling herself Strange. Around me and I think, these people, they're crazy. Though I was sent as an impartial observer, I forget who I am. And I feel such regret present my case. I'd like to welcome to the stage the next species on the brink of extinction. Me, oh my, they're dropping like flies now, and they dominoes. Doesn't it feel like the world is ending? Tick-tock. If you feel like you're doomed, that's because you are. I'm just saying, I hate to report on the state of these self-forsaken creatures. They threw it away. Oh, they threw it away and then they cried. They cried. Oh, they threw it away. Oh, they threw it away and then they cried. They cried. Oh, they threw it away. Oh, they threw it away and then they cried. They let 1% play. And they sold their lives as if time was a game. They threw it away. They threw it away and then they cried. They cried. Oh, they threw it away. Oh, they threw it away and then they cried. They threw it away. 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 They threw it away and then they cried. They cried. Oh, we threw it away. Oh, we threw it away and then we cried. It has been decided that the species human will remain untampered with. We are curious to see how this unfolds. As for Agent Strange, her time on Earth has been temporarily extended, despite the Council's concerns about her mental state. Now can I come home? When can I come home? You see the veil is lifting. The strange and unusual, nocturnal and delusional, we are rising. We know it can be quite scary in a sugar-coated world when fangs are unfurled. My, what big eyes you have, oh, what sharp teeth you have, oh, what big hands you have, oh, what sharp claws they harbor.
you feel the world's colliding? Mercury in retrograde can't explain this all away. We know you've been scared of your darkest places. What if the so-called monsters, they protect your fragile hands? My, what big fears you have, oh, what dark thoughts you harbor, oh, what big fears you have. It's enough to pull one under. You're safe here, quoth the raven, nevermore. We'll leave the light on for you, quoth the raven, nevermore. All your dreams will come true, quoth the raven, nevermore. You're on top of the world, quoth the raven, nevermore. Can't you feel the ground is shifting? Can't you feel your nightmares rising? We know they can be quite scary, unsavory, and unseemly. We recommend that you hold them loosely. My, what great dreams you have, oh, what high hopes you harbor, oh, what great dreams you have. It's enough to pull one under. Can't you see the veil is lifting? The strange and unusual, nocturnal and delusional, we are rising. We are rising. We are rising. Thank you. Speaking of the strange and delusional, thank you to Artichoke Music for having us back tonight. As you know, this is a very special community space. It has recently been vandalized. They need our help, and so that means what you're doing right now, coming out tonight to see shows and to support musicians, maybe putting your name on the email list, keeping an eye on their fundraisers and their community programming. They have programs for youth. They're expanding out into different genres. They're having musicians from out of town. There's all kinds of wonderful things, and you know and I know that we need this place, and we're gonna need it more than ever before in the coming years. So thank you for being here. Please keep coming. Another oldie. I got a wild hair. We've been playing Strange World songs for quite a while now. And then I just had a moment the other day. Okay, we're gonna play a bunch of the old songs. We're gonna do them in our one rehearsal we've got. Nobody let me step on my glasses, okay?
I'm not gonna stop you.
Damn it, Julio. Always so honest. Let's move to a ghost town where we can visit with our friends. Let's move to a ghost town. Sunday dinners with our kids. When we move to a ghost town, no need to pack our things. No room for your guitar. I guess you'll have to see. No time for small talk. No need for pleasantries. It doesn't matter what you did today. And no, I don't care about your week. No, I don't care about your week. When we move to a ghost town, we'll raise a ghost family. I think you'll find the mind can wander when you ain't dwelling on mouths to feed. So we can move to a ghost town, or we could stay in the city. But I got my bags packed. I still got some cards up my sleeve. Let's move to a ghost town. Boo. Thank you very much. It's a real pleasure to bring these out. All right, I think we're going to go to My Love. Well, fancy that. Another old song. This is a love song. I don't write those much anymore. Certainly not like on-the-nose love songs, but this is very typical of the kind of love song I used to write. It's called My Love.
Something I deny, but I was raised a Catholic and I'm used to confession. Why don't you give it a try, my love? And that I hope you die alone with my name up on your lips. Well, that's just one little thought I've had in passing, my love. Don't you call me no more, please don't leave. And don't you call me no more, my love. No, don't you call me no more, my love.
Thank you. I got so wrapped up in a memory there that I forgot the first verse, which I really don't need to be telling you guys, but I'm telling you because that's how I do. And it was a time at the Jade Lounge. My buddy Kelly and I were playing, and I was like, okay, I need your help, everybody. I need you to clap along with this. And it was a very big mistake because audiences are not percussionists. And this is this deceptively tricky song. So like halfway through, I was just like, no, 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 no. Stop. I made a mistake. We all made a mistake. So don't clap along with this next song, you guys. This is one of very few quarantine songs that I wrote. There was a really nice one about that time period right after it started to happen. And do you remember when everyone was being so nice to each other and like checking in on neighbors and buying groceries for each other? And it was this like weird little pink fluffy cloud. This is not that song. My head is gonna pop from all this din. She said we spin on the spin, on the spin, on the spin, on the spin. Oh, it just doesn't stop. This idiot committee holding court in my gray matter. But what does it matter? I spilled my cup. Now I get no refills. I'm looking up a hill with a pocket full of beans. I was told they were clean, grade A, beanstalk quality. People keep asking, how are you doing? And just to keep it simple, I say fine. But what goes unspoken will not go unsung. I think I'm losing my mind. My eyes, they're gonna shoot right out of their sockets. My ears, they're gonna curl up into my skull just to take a little nap. My lungs, they're gonna quit. My heart, it's gonna take a shit. My brain is on vacation, furloughed. My head is going from all this bullshit. She said we spin on the spin, on the spin, on the spin, on the. She said we spin on the spin, on the spin, on the spin, on the. She said we spin on the spin, on the spin, on the spin, on the spin. Thank you. I like to sing that one. Makes me feel like I'm exercising my demons. Thank you. On you. Thank you for being here to be the receptacle for my demons. I hope it felt kind of good. Okay, we've got two more for you. I want to thank you again for being here tonight. And that's the last I'm going to say about it, because I don't go on and on about things. We're strange in the familiars. I've got some stuff back there with EG CDs, some albums, some hoodies, local artists. Oh, thanks, Nate. Look at that. She Beast Press designed the green shirt. Jay Reynolds illustrated the Ghost Bugs, which is one of the 2 comic books I have out. I think I've got 1 comic book back there. I got a poetry book, some pins, some rings I made. Take a look. Is that fun? Try stuff on. Flip through it. $5. See how it feels. Fuck you. Trying to eat. This is a song that I thought was about like being alone, and then I did some therapy and I realized it's about dissociation. Therapy's fun. guess I'm alone now. I can do what I want to. I go to my secret room. I let the ghouls out. We dance to Cool in the Gang. I let the wolves howl. The neighbors think it's foul. The fire coming out of my mouth, I let it burn down this house. Oh, I guess I'm alone now. I can let my hair down. I let my tentacles uncurl. They need a lot of leg room. I let my tail thrash around as much as it wants to. I let my horns breathe. It's such a sweet relief. The fire coming out of my mouth, I let it burn down this house. Well, I can see there's more than meets the eye here. Yes, I can tell we're just a score of riot lights meeting. And scientists can't tell us where it all began, where it's going, or what it's all about. But I can see there's more than meets the eye here. Oh, I guess I'm alone now. And I can sail the open seas. Although the winds are always changing, and the wild things run free. Oh, the sirens break the day. If this was a choose your own adventure, you chose the dangerous way. The fire coming out of my mouth, I let it burn down this house. Well, I am queen of at least a dozen worlds, and mostly I am kind, but sometimes I am cruel, and sometimes I am helpless just to show that I am one of us. But I am queen, so mind your elbows, dear. Oh, I guess I'm alone now. Thank you.
Don't step on your glasses.
Thanks, Julio. I was thinking about it.
Came through. He came through.
Yeah, Julio came through. I appreciate that you always set the baseline really low, expectations.
That's how you succeed.
It is how you succeed. That's exactly how you succeed. All right, I've got one. Our last song, without a touch of irony, without a touch of wryness. I wrote this when I worked one summer on Hawthorne on the candy bus. Does anybody remember the candy bus? It was short-lived, a couple years. A short bus that was converted into a candy shop, parked outside the House of Vintage. And it was pastel green and pink. And the inside was filled with antique desks and antique candy. And I just got to sit on that bus and sell candy and watch Portland go by on Hawthorne all summer long. It was such a joy.
You said, keep on keeping on, baby, yeah. You said, keep on keeping on, my friend. You said, keep on keeping on, darling. We'll get there in the end. Oh, it will come sooner or later, yeah. Oh, it will come sooner than later, yeah. Life is sweeter than candy, yeah. Life is finer than the finest wine, oh yeah. Life is a bowl full of cherries. Life is sweeter than pie, and pie's pretty hard to beat. Pie's pretty hard to beat. So keep on keeping on, baby, yeah. Oh, just keep on keeping on, my friends. Oh, yeah. Keep on keeping on, darling. We'll get there in the end. Oh, it will come sooner or later, yeah. Oh, it will come sooner than later, yeah. And life is sweeter than pie, and pie's pretty hard to beat. I think we all know that pie's pretty hard to beat.
This is Nate Perselli. Julio Appling on stand-up bass. My name is Stephanie Strange. And last, but never least, Tim Carplus. We're Strange in the Familiars. Thank you to EG Phillips. Thank you to Raegan Leilani. Thank you to you and Artichoke Music. Help keep it going. And thank you to May Lan for running our sound so beautifully tonight. I'll see y'all around.